Who?
What's up, folks? This is AQ.
Hey, and I'm Big D.
Here we go again with another tragedy to tell, which involves a school in Tennessee. And what was the name of that school?
Man, all right, look. There was a nasty shooting in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm pretty sure it was Monday. The Covenant School. It was the Covenant Presbyterian Church it's a private school that the shooter apparently attended to as a younger juvenile. Let's put it that way. I don't want to say as a child. I don't know what years this person went to this school, but this younger juvenile apparently attended to and had some grudges against. I'm not sure. It was said that it was calculated. Most of y'all have seen videos of the car pulling into the parking lot. Most of y'all have seen the videos of, did you see it where the person walked up and shot through the doorway, and as they were crawling through, dropped down to one knee and got in?
Yeah, that
went into the school. You saw that,
yeah.
right?
That was the first video they came out.
Right. There's videos. The school was on lockdown. They knew what was going on from the get-go. You could see like a little strobe, like it was a signal, the electronic, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, the sirens.
You saw
the alarms going off in the school, yeah.
And there was nobody. But this person went in and I guess finally found a room. Man, and there was, I don't want to say several lives lost. All right, look, bro. I've never lost a child. Now, I have taken my wife has taken my child to the hospital while I'm at work. And my wife called me and she gave me, hey, Barrett's got cancer. And I come at her like, how is an ER doctor gonna say my child's got cancer? Shut the front door. You know, I'm trying to keep it real. Shut the front door. That is not what I said, but you get it. You've lost a child. I'm not bringing up old shit. I'm not unburying the past. I could not imagine there was 3 9-year-olds taken from this malicious act. Let's put it that way.
What was the shooter's name?
Man, Audrey Hall. And I'm not sure if they say this shooter was transgender. And I'm not 100%. I've seen several videos. I've seen several skits. Do you know? Because I can't figure out if it was which it really don't matter.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Whether it was a boy gone girl or a girl gone boy.
Right.
I just heard this was a transgender
person.
That's a good answer. That's where I was going at. It was a transgender person that apparently went to this school in his or her earlier ages. Something they didn't like, and they went off. Now, let's talk about the adults that were involved in this. I don't know about you. I mean, all right, we're from 2 different worlds, bro.
Right.
All right, you grew up in Houston in the fucking mean street. I didn't mean to say the effing word, but in the streets of Houston, you grew up in Houston. I grew up in this rural hick town of Arkansas. When you went to school, the custodians, they were there. Look, if we were throwing cigarette butts in the floor or in the toilet and clogging up the toilets, if girls were trying to flush their feminine products, if we got sick, if we dropped a tray during the lunch line, they're there and they clean up. And man, they take such good care of the schools. And they were always so friendly and always trying to help and offer advice.
Right.
Mike Hill was the custodian's name that his life was taken. I don't even know if he was a custodian when Audrey Hale or Audrey Hill, I don't even know if he was a custodian while she was a student.
Right, right.
But this man's life was taken. It was cut short. This was a father. This was a husband. Possibly a grandfather. And his life was cut short because he chose as his profession a school attendant / cleaner / whatever. I don't know what the rage for this person was. They say it was calculated. They say there's paperwork on it. But they can say a whole lot of shit. Okay?
Right.
You don't know? I don't know. Did I see a piece of paper? Did I see calculated? This is what I'm going to do. Did I see a map of the school? If I went to the school, I don't need a map.
Right, right.
You know, I went to X high school. This high school has been totally restored, totally rebuilt. But I bet I could get through that school without drawing a map. Not that I'm not saying that there wasn't a map. Maybe they found one in her little gray car that she drove on the parking lot.
Yeah, it's just kind of rough because, like I said, I see where you coming from because I went to two different high schools, and I went to two different types of high school, in which I was raised in a little town called Littlefield, and I went to Houston. But I understand what you're talking about because, I mean, even though the school I went to, both school I went to, average schools, and the Houston one might have been a little bit more rougher, but going into the school to shoot up, it wasn't thought of, back in them days or whatever. It's just senseless.
Right.
Hey,
did I not show up on Monday so freaking cranky and not wanting to be there that I just
right.
But did I show up with an AR-15 like a few years later?
Right.
To go in? The only person that I can see that this person may have had legitimate, I'm not going to say reasoning. There's no legitimate reason to go into a school with a firearm and start blasting. But the only one is the headmaster. What was her name? Kuntz. Catherine Kuntz, maybe that was it. I'm not 100% on the name, but Kuntz, I know, was the headmaster. All right, look, there was a substitute teacher. Dude, look. I've been a man that supported my entire family.
Right.
Over years, I've let my wife go to school. which a lot of men have done, just like what I've done. And our wives have went to school, and like they start off, you got to start. Maybe she was almost ready to retire, so she done quit work, and she's like, "Well, I've got this. I'll go substitute teach."
Right.
Who's to say when the last time she taught was?
Right.
Who's to say if this wasn't her first time to teach? Who's to say? This woman was a substitute teacher.
Right.
Last name was like Peaks. A substitute teacher. She's just in there trying to help educate children.
Right.
She don't care if you're a boy and I'm a girl and I'm a girl that wants to be a boy or I'm a boy that wants to be a girl. She don't care about none of this. And I'm not saying none of this has a factor. This is a substitute teacher that during her off time, she wanted to teach kids, and somebody come in and shot her down and cut her life short.
Right, right.
It's one of the most terrible.
At least we have some good officers
things that I've ever heard.
Right, and what was the name of the officers that showed up on the scene?
Okay, man. There was 2 officers, heroes without capes. All right. The way I understand is when they showed up, what was it? The shooter on the 2nd story? Is that right? Second
yeah, there was on the shooter was on the 2nd floor.
Okay, 2nd floor. And one of them his name was Rex Lindsay. I guess he had been on the force for like four years. And there was another one, Mike Aluzo. Man, I can't remember his last name. My research ain't that great. But this guy had been on the force for 9 years. And they're on the ground level. And the shooter started shooting at them. They shot back and fatally wounded her on the second story floor. Yeah. 2nd floor. In a window. The windows are on the pictures are on Facebook of like where this took place. There's videos of her getting into the school, driving onto the school, getting into the school.
Right.
It's all on video. It's all on YouTube that you see. Most of y'all have already seen it. Man, this happened on Monday. This Saturday. All right, we're like 6 days. 6 days back, taking into consideration we both have full-time jobs, man, and man, this is some crazy. One of the biggest things that bothers me the most is President Biden.
Right.
Does this big official announcement that we need to do a stronger
gun
control on automatic weapons. Dude, this has nothing to do with automatic weapons. This has to do with the people that own them. There was 3, 2 automatics and a handgun that she had on her. You can see them in the videos. 2 of the automatics, it was confirmed, were bought locally, legally. They were, the weapons were bought legally. And he wants to do gun control. This has nothing to do with gun control. This has to do with whatever pissed these people off whatever, decided to push these people to the edge. And what they decided to do with their legally owned guns. They went to their house, they found shotguns, they found a couple other guns. But this person legally bought these guns and was a legal armed citizen, just like myself. I got guns. I got automatic guns. I got pistols. I got shotguns. I got rifles. I got them. You want me to shoot something? As long as I've got a license to hunt whatever you want me to shoot, I will shoot.
Right.
But I'm a legally armed person. I don't have a concealed carry, but in the state I live in, I can open carry legally. I don't open carry because there's too many places that don't allow it. However, I'm not going in to shoot. Don't tell me we need gun control. We need stupid people control. Man, I'm about to get aggravated. You better take over.
Well, y'all, like I said, it's a tragedy.
I talked a lot.
No, it's all right.
I'm sorry.
But it is a tragedy what happened, and
it kills me, man. My condolences.
And like to pray for the families.
Yes.
And give praises to the officers that stopped this situation. And prayers go out to those families.
Families and friends, all the families and friends involved in this issue, man. I'm so sorry.
So, as we say to those families, just hope y'all keep your heads up, and good job for the officers did what they did in that duty. So this is AQ.
And I'm Big D.
Signing off.
Talking is cheap.